unapologetic atheist interracial couple's progressive response to the fucking internet.
Hello and welcome to Unapologetics. I am Brently.
And I'm Nikki. How you doing, Brently?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I am good. Ready to do another episode.
Yeah, that's right.
Happy we no longer have Trump as president.
Yay.
Time period.
That's
We're
right.
in a new timeline.
Yeah.
It's new. It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we are grateful.
Yeah. I'm excited
page.
that it's going a new and I almost feel kind of weird because I've never done podcasting when Trump wasn't president. I'm kind of lost.
I think
like a happy lost, but I'm lost.
You know what was funny is as I perused all the stories, it really didn't matter.
No.
Because I feel like we've been doing a pretty good job of saying this entire time that it's not just about Trump. He's just one of the worst manifestations of what it can become. But
right.
It's not like with him not at the top, it suddenly gets better. I mean, these ghouls still include Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz and Senator Cotton and Ben Sasse and Mitt Romney and just all these folks. What are we doing? I asked, how are you doing? And we got to that place.
Yeah, we're not supposed to go into that yet.
Why are you doing that?
I didn't do that.
But the point is, we still got shit to talk about.
Yeah, always, I guess.
There's still plenty of shit to talk about. Yeah, we will not run out of that.
No.
You know, it's funny. We have these pre-show rituals, y'all.
Yeah.
Where you always bring your beer, and I always bring multiple types of drinks. I usually have a cup of coffee. I have a glass with a straw that has water and lime, and then I bring a Pellegrino as well. And I always reach for the Pellegrino, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm doing a podcast right now, and I don't know anybody who drinks this seltzer water who's into seltzer water like this, but they make me burp like a damn sailor on leave. It is ridiculous. Why? It's so much. It is the most pleasant experience. I love a good seltzery water, but my goodness,
I totally feel you because I drink beer the whole time, so I'm constantly burping.
Yes.
I'm constantly burping, but I figured out how to kind of do it silently. I'm like, I know the audience sometimes is like, what was that? What was that, Phantom? No, there was what was that?
It's like that.
It was nothing.
Sure
Nothing.
Sign that we're professionals. We're sitting around here drinking seltzery drinks while trying to speak into microphones.
Yep. Really... This is why we can't work at a radio station.
Yeah. Our etiquette is poor.
Yeah. It's just you get poor. What you get. Okay.
Yeah. It's quite true.
Yeah. But hey, I got this really cool book, and I don't know if everybody knows. There's this weird U.S. series. And it's got all 50 states. And, of course, we're in Florida. Okay. And I found...
We got a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's so fun. I mean, it's got all of the... all these fucking, legends and stuff. And these places that have, legends built around them and everything. So I was like, I want to read a part out of that for this little beginning here real quick.
Hit us with some knowledge about... the weirdness that is Florida.
Yeah. So there's in one part of the state there's a thing called the Devil's Mill Hopper.
Oh.
The Mill Hopper kind of kills it. I don't.
It
you can't say devil and then say Mill Hopper.
Yeah.
And that still remains scary. That just.
It sounds like a place you go for a day to get fresh butter and fudge.
Right.
And I don't know. Apple pie or something.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what a mill hopper is, but
I just thought it was somebody's name.
No, it's actually a thing. Look, so it's northwest of Gainesville, Florida. There's a gigantic funnel-shaped hole in the ground that is astonishing, 500 feet across, 120 feet deep,
Damn.
and nearly half a mile around its rim, the circumference. The shape of this geological wonder, now owned by the state, reminded pioneers of a hopper on a grist mill. See, all these words I don't know. I don't know these words.
Okay. So I'm guessing, like, when you work at a mill, right, you're grinding stuff and you need that stuff to go somewhere. So they probably drop it into this giant hole so it can fill up.
Okay. Which held corn as it was fed into the grinder. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay. So when prehistoric bones were found in the bottom of the hole, people claimed it was a hopper that fed bodies to the devil. Hence the name, the Devil's Mill Hopper. That's pretty cool, right?
So it's basically
a portal straight to hell. Yes, that's real. That's a real thing.
Oh my! That is so interesting.
And it looks fucking weird as fuck, man. Like they show pictures of it.
It's just a black hole,
and everything grows out from it. Like all the it's super lush, but it's like everything grows away from it. Like it's like scared of it or something. It's really weird.
I think if we were to count down top 5 ways that Florida can suddenly cease to be a state, is if suddenly the Devil's Mill Hopper just swallowed us whole.
It just got so big that we're all just
it's like
fall into it.
Just takes the whole thing. So what if it was like a Looney Tunes where it was just a piece of paper and it just sucks the whole United States into the hole?
It's like the hole they slapped to the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Oh, that's so funny.
Well, that was terrifying. Thanks, Brent.
So I'm going to do more of these.
Yeah, and we definitely got to go there because Gainesville is nothing but a hop and a skipping away.
Because that's what I wanted to do. I got this, for Nikki for Christmas, and I want to get a map as soon as we start to go on these trips to go to all these weird fucking places. I want to get a map and start putting pins. You know, like those pin maps?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And
it would be good because, I mean, the map we have now that we need to put up, we could do the pins, but we should also get like a very specific Florida map.
Yeah, that's what exactly.
Like a very detailed Florida map because we could obviously see more Florida than most other things.
The other country,
live here.
That's where we're at.
So before DeSantis sells all of it, and no, I'm just kidding.
We'll be called Amazon. We'll be called Amazon after that. No more Florida. We're just going to be called Amazon.
Ward.
Bezos land.
5th district.
Bezos land.
Ooh, okay. Can we get to some stories?
Yeah. You want to do some headlines?
Let's do that.
All right. Headlines.
Unapologetics. Headlines.
All right. Headlines.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. It's necessary. They're not going to know what they're listening to.
I feel like
the music the music is so good that you forget. Okay. It's easy to forget, right? I mean, what segment are we? Oh, that's okay. Glad they said it. I know that's what they think.
I think you're just creating a living roadmap, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So I feel like we can almost change our show to just be like every week, just what the fuck, Republicans?
Just call it WTF Republicans.
Yes.
Yeah. You probably get a bunch of Republicans going, oh, WTF, like, oh no, this isn't for us. Shit.
Oh my God.
Unsubscribe.
It would be the most, they would just lose their minds over it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But we are barely 2 weeks away from that whole insurrection thing. And most Republicans now are just like, you know what, liberals, you need to look yourself in the face in the mirror and figure out why you incited these people to do something like this.
It's like the abusive relationship. Why did you make me do that? Why did you're making me do this?
And it's time for us all to turn the other cheek and unite behind not holding anyone accountable for anything.
Right. It's like they're just like the guy that punches that like just attacks somebody else and just beats them bloody, and then once somebody's like, okay, you're going to jail now. Whoa, hey, let's take a beat. let's take a beat here.
Like, I know I was
Okay?
seconds away
Now-
from murdering this person, but cooler heads need to prevail.
Jesus. Come on. No, you have to have consequences. Otherwise, you know, we can't have unity. Because if we just establish that you're allowed to just fucking run amok and we're not going to do anything about it, you know, how can we have unity?
I don't know. And they want it both ways. They both want to be victims. Like, oh no, we did all these things because we were getting death threats. But also, you're gassing up your own potential murderers. I don't understand how this works.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, stop lying to them then.
Why the fuck do you have
Stop.
potential murderers? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Stop lying to them.
Yeah, that'd be job
understand.
one. You know?
Like, it is baffling to watch them seemingly be surprised at the madness that their own lies have created.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, we've been telling you this whole time that this is going to create a lot of instability and it's not good.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's crazy. Yeah, it was funny too because I was just talking to my mom the other day, and you know, she was like, you know, you just gotta calm down, just let it. Things are happening, and I was like, I'm worried because they're gonna do something if Trump loses. And she's like, no, calm down, like it's not gonna be that. And then I just called her the other day, and I was like, I fucking told you so.
you're the worst.
I was right. Remember I said this was going to happen? You didn't believe me? She's like, yeah, you were right. And she's so sweet. She's the sweetest person ever.
Like-
She's like, yep, you said it.
Grant has a whiteboard and marker in his mind. Just gave himself a check.
Gave myself a check. That's right. I called it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the vast majority of us called it, but it's just interesting to me how we're moving forward, I guess, under this idea that Trump had nothing to do with it. He was just there and said the words that had no meaning and no impact. I don't know.
Yeah. We got to fight like hell. Didn't mean anything. They're like, I read every word of the speech. I don't see anything incendiary here.
I mean,
What? What the? If they're making you believe that it was stolen, you know, and then to fight like hell,
yeah,
what the fuck else do you expect them to take from that?
correct.
Oh,
And,
good God.
you know, Mitch McConnell is playing his hand with, you know, they got 50-50 split with the committees. So the Democrats run all the committees, but there's a 50-50 split between Democrats and Republicans, like on the actual committee, which is usual when there's like a 50-50 split in the Senate.
So then
But they're basically...
Kamala Harris it breaks the tie,
Yeah,
correct?
exactly.
Like, so it's really fucking close.
And
for the
Dems
Senate.
still have more power because they have all the chairmanships of the committees.
Okay.
So
because we have all three branches. Is that what you mean?
But the
No.
committees, the actual committees in Senate.
Oh.
So you like a bill could be, let's say a tax bill or whatever.
Right.
So it's going to go through, I think, the finance committee or something like that.
Right.
So the folks on that committee have the power to dispense bill into the regular bodies. Because remember, bills have to go through, like, you know, I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
Yeah.
So it has to go through the separate committees and like actually be like they vote to move it forward to the regular Senate floor, and then everyone votes, and then that's when, if it's like a 50-50 vote, Kamala would come into practice. But it has to get out of committee first, and the chairman has power over whether or not that happens. More power anyway.
Okay.
And so that's why the Democrats are still getting more power,
Right.
because we have technically more people because of the vice president.
Gotcha.
But so yeah, you're right in a sense.
Well, I didn't
But
realize
I was talking
that.
about,
I
like,
didn't
the
realize
way the Senate actually works.
Okay, well, because I didn't realize it went through separate committees at all. And before it got to the Senate floor, I thought it was.
I don't even think it would be the finance committee. See, I have gotten myself in my head now thinking about the actual committees and Senate. But you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I got you. Yeah, I mean, it's a very general.
Yeah, and that's
explanation,
basically how the House works as well, which is why like the progressive wing of the House has to at least play the game a little bit, because the older more senior Dems in the House control like Nancy Pelosi,
And they can
because
just-
she is chair.
She can just
controls,
basically boot AOC from every committee if she pisses her off.
I
too
mean,
much.
not every I don't think she can do everyone, but she could definitely make things weird for her. Yeah.
okay.
And yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, she does wield a lot of power because
Gotcha.
she's the head of the party.
Okay.
Anywho, in the House.
Got to play ball.
The House.
Got to play
And
ball.
she's the speaker. So
That's
powerful.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. And, who knows whether we're going to have a filibuster or not have a filibuster. I mean,
We shouldn't.
I
right?
think, right? You would think, because here's the thing: if we have to do all of that, all those votes, all that work, all that money, and then it's just actually 2022 elections are the most important election of our lives.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
man, yeah.
going into that not having anything to show for it because somehow we kept the filibuster and nothing happened.
Right.
Nothing went through.
And Mitch McConnell's really pushing to keep that filibuster, since that seems to be his party trick, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
because he knows as minority leader, there's no way that he's going to let 10 members of his fucking party vote for anything the Democrats want.
yeah.
So, because he's a very powerful member of the Republican Party, period. What he wants, he can get. So if he can put some pressure on you with donors to keep you in line, he will. That's a part of what what leaders do of their parties, which is why we're in real bad times,
which
y'all.
sucks, because that's their whole bread and butter. He's got all of the donors, the Republican Party.
I mean, we do the
seems
same
to,
shit, but yeah, it's getting. I know, but positive. The Biden administration has taken COVID very seriously. They're about to throw some money at this thing.
Fine.
It looks like there is, enough. There looks like there are some senators who are very interested in getting rid of the filibuster. So, they see the game for what it is, thankfully, which is okay, either we have to take power when we can, or we're going to end up the same place we were the last election when we had power and nothing happened because we, basically let the filibuster stay so we couldn't pass anything. But I don't know. I'm not interested in because at the end of the day, either the Democrats are going to do what's necessary, and they've been, showing that they're more interested in that, or not. And this is going to be another lesson in why you don't appease these people in any way, shape, or form, because they already have shown us who they are, which is willing to do anything to maintain power, even minority power. They don't even believe in the Democrats' majority win. Wow. And it makes it seem okay, what is unity exactly? All of them are talking about unity now, that we need to not, we need to get rid of the impeachment, trial, because, we need to just move on, and we need to heal, and we need to give amnesty to all of these insurrectionists, and we need to just have unity. And it's well, what the fuck is unity then? Is that just Democrats gives you whatever Republicans want?
It's so phenomenal to me. I mean, it's just so phenomenally crazy to me that by this time they're saying, now that they have lost power, now they're wanting unity. Now they're now that we can't, because who was being divisive for the past fucking 4 years? Was it us? Were we being divisive? No, it wasn't us.
It was all a dream. Of course, I can't. It was all a dream. You have to. It's required. It's obligatory. You got to. But seriously, they would like to act like none of any of this has just happened. A dude was sending bombs in the mail. All hate crimes went up across the board. Even if we just take out January 6th, we still had this anomaly of time where just everything was just really bad.
Yeah.
As far as social milieu. It was awful. It's still just tedious.
Yeah.
So and this was pre-COVID.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, this was before that was even a problem. I mean, you had Charlottesville. I mean, you have all these things.
Yeah.
You know, that just demonstrate that this president is not for the country. He's for a very specific portion of the country. And it's smaller than the majority, which we've seen. You know, throughout.
I mean, we had an election.
Well, the first election too, he didn't get the majority. I mean, he didn't get the popular vote.
You're right.
You know, and so I mean, but because of this fucking bullshit electoral college, that's how he got in. But
it is a consistent minority. You're correct.
It is, and that's why, of course, they always want it. They're going to always want to keep that electoral college because they know there's no other possible way they can win.
And you know, the underlying part of all of this, which I can't believe journalists aren't just screaming and yelling about at the top of their lungs every single time they do an interview with any of these people, is, well, first of all, you need to be asking them, do you like accept the election and Joe Biden as your president? And if they can't answer that with just a clear yes, like they get one word to answer that, if they can't do that with a yes, then just don't interview them. Like, I don't understand.
And it's over. Yeah.
I mean, you're just letting them launder the conspiracy. This is all that's doing.
Yeah. We're not here to
But then
platform
two,
psychos. Like, come on.
Really interrogate the fact that all of these measures, the whole reason we need a new Voting Rights Act in the year 2021, okay?
Jesus.
Right? The
Yeah.
whole reason, like, Republicans are basically saying out loud, we cannot win unless we rig it. It has to be rigged because we know we will never be universally popular because what we have accepted, and I mean, we just all accepted and we wish you all would too, is that we have to keep white supremacy as a part of our base. It has to be, there has to be an in-group and there has to be an out-group, and we have chosen, and that's how we have to move forward, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so that means we have to actually attack black cities and black votes, because that is literally how we have to win.
Yeah. And that was their strategy. That's what they were trying to do, was get
Black
entire
people, Latino
areas.
people, Asian people, just like anybody. They're like, oh, you're more likely to vote. Oh, let's figure out how to make this difficult.
Are you not in a white wealthy area? Then we're going to make it really hard for your vote. And you might even just get it thrown out anyway afterwards because we called some bullshit.
Because
on
a
something.
senator from Missouri
Jesus.
is able to stand up there and tell Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, how they should be doing their election.
Yeah, dude from Texas, Gomer, is just like, hold on. We don't like the way that you guys did your election. It's like, that's not your fucking business, man. States get to choose their own fucking election processes. That's it.
This
Fuck
is all
the fuck
so
off.
tortured. It's also tortured. And they seem to be doubling down on it. So I saw, oh goodness.
They're doubling down again?
Yes.
No.
So how about Texas GOP recently got on Gab, told everybody, follow us on Gab. So the Texas GOP just accepting what is.
Gab's like the racist fucking
yeah.
Instagram or some shit, right?
Yeah, basically. They have less moderation around that. And the Hawaii GOP, we should make it abundantly clear. The people who subscribe to the Q fiction were largely motivated by a sincere and deep love for America. Patriotism and love of country should never be ridiculed. So, Hawaii GOP, are you saying that? What are you saying?
That makes no sense. They love the country that they attacked, so...
You just told them to keep
didn't.
doing it. You just told them what they're doing is patriotism and love of country. All these people care about is their supposed idea of patriotism and love of country. So if you say that that's what they're doing, trust me, they're just going to keep doing it. And this is a group that doesn't need very much permission. What is this?
This is exactly why it's not your what you intend to do. That doesn't matter. What matters is the fucking outcomes. right? That's what matters.
You have a
I don't care
responsibility.
about your intentions. You might have the best of intentions, but you're doing a fucking horrible thing because you got bad information, man. And you're believing shit that's obvious bullshit. And so I don't give a fuck about your intentions. I don't care what they thought they were doing for the country, and which they weren't. They were there for Trump. They were there for one person, and they weren't there for the country. They were there for one person, Donald fucking Trump.
But every Republican senator and representative seems to think that they have the power to wield this bunch. So
they don't. It's a monster. They've created a monster.
Good luck.
And it almost took out Mike Pence and a bunch of others, of their own people.
Yeah. This is going to end up with so much egg on everybody's face. And it's just going to be... It's going to be interesting where this lands. But it's real sad.
Okay, yeah.
It's real sad. Like, they all just immediately were just like, okay, well, Biden's president, everything's wonderful now. We can just forget everything. Let's just start forgetting everything. And about those deficits, though.
Like that, they can even talk about that shit. Like the guy that they just weren't were endorsing didn't fucking quadruple the fucking deficit throughout those 4 years. Fiscally conservative, my fucking ass. You guys are nuts, all of you. Jesus
like,
Christ.
Sir, I just watched you walk into the house, to the Senate chamber, putting your hand up in solidarity with insurrectionists.
Right.
And what? No.
No. You're done.
You've lost all credibility.
He needs to be done.
Josh
done.
Hawley really should resign.
All, straight up.
I mean, he should be expelled, but
yeah.
I don't even know what the agenda is anymore on actually holding people accountable. I don't know. Because I'm just watching from afar now.
Just a fly on a wall,
I guess that's
man.
what we're all doing, but it's like I can't get emotionally invested in these people. They don't have any emotional investment in us, so it's just hard to watch sometimes where they just make decisions that are just like, what?
Yeah, they're batshit nuts.
Yeah, but we're gonna hold our home.
No,
because that's all we got.
I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna hope for the best, but I'm preparing for the worst. Okay, that's how that goes.
By preparing, meaning living, just accepting what is.
Which is basically like what everybody says around here when a hurricane is coming. Well, hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Oh my gosh.
Hurricane's coming. I'm like, yeah, GOP. Yeah, I'm gonna hope for the best, but I'm gonna prepare for the worst because the GOP is a fucking hurricane.
When the big one comes, I really hope we're prepared. Because we've gotten very casual with these hurricanes over the years.
It's like, whatever. It'll make a left turn at the last second as usual.
Get my sandbags for real. I mean,
sandbags are heavy, and you gotta buy them from Home Depot and then put them in the car.
Sometimes you gotta pack them yourself.
I mean, you gotta walk upstairs to get in our place anyway.
Millennials. We're the worst millennials. We truly are. I think
where's
you
my
had
avocado toast anyway? Fuck sandbags. I need avocado toast.
You had a story, Mr. Lee?
I did. So Franklin Graham, of the Grahams. I don't know if you know.
That's Billy Graham's son.
Yeah, he's Billy Graham's son.
What is with the son? You know what? I'm not even going to go there.
What? No, go ahead and go there. Let's do it.
It just seems to me these sons of these big preachers are really... They're missing something.
They always get worse. It reminds me of kings back in the day. You know what I mean? Like the kings always get worse if their dad was like bad about a thing, and they get fucking worse. So here's what it is. Franklin Graham falsely claims Christians weren't involved in the Capitol siege.
What?
How do you separate? Oh man, it's just amazing to me because it's like if you have the Venn diagram of Q people, right? These crazy Q people, and then you have evangelical Christians. It's barely not a circle. It's barely not a circle. You know what I mean? And, you know, it almost looks like one of those 3D things where it's like, kind of looks like it's coming out if they do it in the blue and then the red. You know, that's about how fucking not evangelical they are. So let's go ahead and
did he believe that when he said it out loud?
I don't know with him. Honestly, I don't know, because his dad was Billy Graham. So a lot of times I wonder if these people are just doing what they know they have to do to like you said, to maintain power, you know, and to maintain their fucking grift, you know. And so I can't tell with him, but it certainly seems like you're right on that he probably doesn't even believe it. You know, and this is just another part of their fucking grift, you know. But let's go ahead and hear from Franklin Graham. Oh, of course.
The Capitol, when it was attacked on the 6th, I know that a lot of media are trying to spin this, that Christians were behind it. I've been interviewed where they said there were Christian symbonology out in the crowd, where there were people that held signs that says Jesus saves, and they said that people attacked the Capitol.
What the fuck is symbonology?
What did he say?
He said Christian symbonology.
I have no idea. You're gonna have to rewind that.
Okay, hold on. Listen to it. Listen.
People that held signs that says Jesus saves, and
hold on. I think I didn't go back far enough.
There were Christian symbonology. Where there were people that held signs that says Jesus saves, and they said that people attacked the Capitol. I've watched many long videos of the attack on the Capitol. I saw American flags, I saw Trump flags, I saw one rebel flag, but I didn't see any Jesus save flags or signs inside the Capitol. I saw them out on the mall, and so I know they were Christians, but as Christians...
Okay, so conveniently... Pause it, please. Yeah. So conveniently, all the Christians that were there just stayed on the lawn. They didn't go into the Capitol. That's convenient.
Right, yeah. Because, like, there was a cross out there, you know, next to the gallows. There was a, you know. But, yeah, since it wasn't inside, you know, then that's what matters. I mean, the gallows weren't inside either, but whatever.
Yo, so there is nothing called symbonology. I just searched Google, and Google came back and said, "Did you mean symbology?"
I think that's what he meant. I think Google's got it. Like,
okay, so he is basing whether or not there were Christians there on whether or not they had Christian symbols. So basically, if you weren't walking around, oh boy. Okay.
Yes.
So
it's
that's a very interesting definition of Christian.
Yeah.
It's quite selective. I love how he just turned into...
You can't be a Christian unless you have a symbol on your shirt and a flag.
No flag, no Christian.
Do you have a flag?
Exactly.
That's brilliant. So here's what happened in the Capitol room.
We invoke your name. Amen. Let's all say a prayer in this sacred space.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for gracing us
on the megaphone. Oh. I love that. Oh shit, I'm wearing a hat. Oh man. Hold on. I got a helmet on, I got horns, oh shit. Oh, that was so disrespectful. Oh.
Fulfilling this chamber with your white light of love, with your white light of harmony. Thank you for filling this chamber with patriots that love you and that love Christ.
So yeah, no Christians on the inside. No, just you know, that was a pagan prayer.
They didn't have a flag.
They forgot their flag, so all that's null and void. Okay, that's everything. All the words that they said on camera.
And what?
Okay, he said he watched videos.
Apparently not that one.
What the fuck? How did you miss that?
And Fox News, shame on you for letting that man just sit there and just say obvious out and out lies. I mean, it's just a lie. All of it, from top to bottom. First of all, symbonology doesn't dictate whether or not you're a Christian. Okay, they clearly were more interested in their, like, you know, like Trump flags and their Trump Simonology, and they're like Nazi Simonology and the
Simonology.
Confederates Simonology. Okay. Oh my goodness!
I love too. These like shine your white light.
I got that.
God,
It was
your
a very
white
hard
light.
W. It was a very hard W.
What light? Okay, shine
Who
your
is that?
white light upon us right now.
Who is that?
That's fucking what and Sam
Hank
Hill.
Hill?
Yeah. You said the hard white.
You're
So,
right.
What? Yeah.
Thank you. If anyone needs Hank Hill impersonation on
Yeah. I got
podcast
it.
soon,
I got it sorted down. I got it. I'm working on it.
Brently, he's got it for you. Wow. So that's obvious. Of course.
Right.
Of course.
That's
they're
that's so
Christians.
clearly like him ignoring evidence, which they're known to do from time to time. And so I'm not
And
very fucking surprised that.
Luckily, they have one of many news stations that allow them to just do that.
No, that video is not. That's a deep fake. That's a deep fake. No, OAN. Tell me, yes, there is a deep fake going around.
Who was that? Was that OAN or was that Fox?
What that did what that?
The
Oh,
video.
that no, that was some fucking Catholic channel that they had Franklin Graham on. Is that what you're talking about? That had Franklin Graham.
Oh,
saying
was
that?
it wait? Was it the
It was like
Christian
the Trinity
Broadcasting?
broadcast bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
it was.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
either that or a more obscure one, but I think it
What
was
the
Trinity
hell?
Broadcast. Yeah.
What the? You know what?
It's just like living in willful ignorance. Like, that's so sad. Oh, man. The
I'm
truth
so
is so much
confused by
better to
that.
just embrace. I know it sucks sometimes. Trust me. We lived 4 years of the truth sucking, okay?
I wonder-
But we embraced it. And we were like, hey, this is just the reality we're in. And they just can't fucking do that. You know what I mean? That's just fucking obnoxious.
Well, they're the only ones allowed to govern.
I know,
They
right?
wish we would just get with the program on that.
It's like, this is our country. That was another thing. This is our country. And they're trying to steal it from us. And it's like, dude, this is everybody's fucking country. Like, this is what you don't get. Is that y'all aren't everyone. You don't speak for everyone. And the sad thing is that us on the left, we're creating a space where they can exist in our, like, in our whole ideology.
Brent's like, I've created my own world, and I have a special small place for you. It's a
I
small
do.
place. It's over here. You can't say very much in it, and I don't want your input, but we have a small place for
They
you
just
in
don't
this
get
world.
to rule the country according to their religion. They're free to practice their religion, and I am adamant about them having the right to do that.
This ain't
you know?
France. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's a whole other conversation. Oh man, we got to go into that at some point. But moving on.
Yeah.
So
Think you had a story about that COVID preacher?
yeah, so
COVID spreading preacher?
the surfer dude, COVID spreading.
He does look like a surfer dude. He looks like well, no, he's like half surfer dude, half lumberjack. It is like perfectly.
Found the fine line, you know.
It is wild. That is his whole brand.
That's his shtick. Yeah, and this just kills me, you know, because I was and I couldn't find the exact website when I was coming on here, but people had compared Biden's when he became inaugurated, we got inaugurated, like the invocations of God and like how many times he did that. And it went all the way back to I think Eisenhower, who was like very religious, and there had never been that many invocations of God since then, you know what I mean? Of course, because he's probably trying to, he's like, look, dude, I actually am religious. Like,
They
religious.
work
Like,
too hard to make it seem like they're just like them, but they don't get that it's not about, that is not what they care about.
no.
They don't care about the fact that you go to some probably liberal church where gay marriage is okay and it's probably like a women preacher. They don't care.
Yeah, because then you just go right in the devil pocket. Like, they don't care. Like, you're in the devil basket.
Like, what's
now.
the
Like,
story? That's the story that got like from the crowd was apparently Joe Biden had on a $7,000 Rolex, and I'm just like, do y'all know how expensive watches can be?
Right.
Like, it is. Doesn't, I mean, it makes
Do you know who the
perfect
president
sense.
just used to be?
Yes, exactly.
Have you seen him in his photos in a gold room? The whole room
Like,
is gold.
Ivanka and Jared just bought a $31 million private estate in this state that we live in right now. But everybody's like, oh my God, Joe Biden, who's almost 100 years old, managed to have $7,000 to have a Rolex. Like, he's been working in government since he was like 31. Of course he... Oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not saying that, like, it's great having super rich people, but come on, y'all. That is not even the pinnacle of the kind of wealth that is being displayed when any Trump is in the room.
I mean, I kind of, I get it because, that's why I don't buy expensive watches, because the second I put that thing on, one of my friends will call me to go out on the boat, and that's the thing I lose that day. That's why I don't do that.
Well, we're poor, so we won't ever do that.
Yeah, that's like a $700. Like, I wouldn't even go that expensive. $700 for a watch.
Yeah.
You fucking kid. I'm gonna lose it. It's gonna break.
But it's not beyond. It's not beyond. Yeah. It's not beyond the. I mean, people have heirlooms in families. It happens.
Yeah, that's true too.
Sometimes
that's true. And we don't know if that's not the case. But here is his quote. This administration, I believe, is carrying some of the most anti-Christ agenda and philosophy that maybe we have seen in the history of America. That was a really weirdly worded sentence. There is a mob spirit that wants us to bow down to the gods of secular liberalism. And if we don't bow, we're going to be bullied, harassed, and threatened. We're going to be censored. We're going to be banished from speaking in the public square. It's sort of the same thing as being... Never mind. But yeah, that was his end quote. End quote. And that's just... I mean, of course...
I really wish he would have been more specific, though.
No, they can't. They can't, because that would give it away real easily,
Because, I mean, Joe Biden has been talking about a lot of things, from COVID to the minimum wage to, stimulus checks to,
but the fact that
reversing Trump. I mean, what are we talking about? What is Antichrist? And
the fact
why
that he doesn't hate
we care?
the gays and live in a country where they are not allowed to be... that's it. That's what makes it Antichrist. Because he's like, hey,
sure
other
abortion
people of
has
other
something to do
religions
with it,
and the
too.
non-religious live here. I'm religious. I'm Joe Biden, blah, blah, blah. I recognize that I'm, again, the president for everybody, even if they disagree, with my religious views. And I want them to have a space to exist. But no, that right there is what is Antichrist.
Sounds about right.
Plus, he's Catholic, and evangelicals fucking hate those guys. They hate him.
So
they hate him.
to me, the interfaith beefs are phenomenal. They're just awe-inspiring.
They're just fucking everywhere too, because
everywhere. They're
Catholics
everywhere.
It's so funny. It's like with my family. Like, we always were raised up like, they make Mary God. They put Mary over God. They say Mary, Mother of God. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Mary, Mother of God. Fuck you. No.
That's just beyond the veil. How dare you elevate any woman?
She's a woman, goddammit.
She's a lady.
This is sick.
Oh my God, this show, this time. We're sorry, y'all.
I know.
No, it's going great.
Yeah, I think it's going well.
So, do we know the name of the COVID?
Oh, the surfer
Mass
dude. Wow,
events
I didn't even say his fucking
spreader.
name, did I?
No.
And I honestly don't
I'm
even
sure
know
he's going to come out.
if I can pronounce it. It's and they didn't mention his name either.
I don't even know this dude's
It's
name.
Sean Fauci. I can't do it.
Fauci, probably.
Fauci.
Sean Fauci.
Fauci. You can't put a T after a C. Never mind. Whatever.
Brent's like, I don't like people's
It's
names.
like making it difficult for us on purpose.
Oh my goodness, that is so amazing. That hair is beautiful. That is beautiful. He's got that full on like late 80s hair with the crinkle curls. Like it looks like it's so stiff. Like if you touch it, it barely moves. You know that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it just doesn't move.
It's like the fifth member of Metallica just like banging his head back there.
Done?
Yeah. So, moving on to STO. Oh shit! Some type of way.
Yeah, there will be a We Be Nerdin' for the patrons come in.
Yeah, we are doing a We Be Nerdin', so you should become a patron so you can hear that section. So, some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of way. Some type of way. Some type of way. Yeah. It's a fucking motherfucker, man. You fucking feel some type of way. Yeah.
All right. So, which one of us is going first? I feel like I went first last time. So
Yes, I think I'm
it's your
first.
turn. Yeah.
So my some type of way this week is reserved for a certain. See, I went to break and had Pellegrino. Oh my god!
You gonna start now? I got one coming too. It's okay. We can do it.
I'm sorry
at the
we're
same
doing
time.
this to you, audience. I don't know why we're including you in this. It's
That's why we don't do live
disrespectful.
shows. This is why we don't.
It's just disrespectful. Anyway, so it's reserved this week for Secretary Pompeo. I don't know if y'all, former Secretary of State Pompeo. I don't know if y'all have been paying attention, but he has been on some weird, cringe, make me your president kind of run his whole last couple years as Secretary of State, and it's been disgusting to watch happen. Anyway, his last day in office, also the day after MLK Day, he chose to tweet out as Secretary Pompeo, like this is his government account. So he says to us, wokeism, multiculturalism, all the isms, they're not who America is. They are, that just felt wrong. They distort our glorious founding and what this country is all about. Our enemies stoke these divisions because they know they make us weaker.
Everybody just needs to be like us, damn it.
So yeah, that was our Secretary of State, which I'm just like, how the fuck did you diplomat anything? What?
Right? Do you not know what? Oh my God.
This is not the kind of language you ever expect to hear from a Secretary of State ever.
I feel like he's just like, this is not who we are. We are a white country of Christians.
That's it.
We're a white country of Christians.
And everybody
that's
else,
who we are, damn it.
Better figure out how to be a white Christian real fast, because that's what our country was founded on. So you don't fit that, then I'm so sad. And it creates this picture, and that's when people are like, oh, we don't have anything else to talk about because Trump's not in office. I'll be damned. Pompeo is absolutely going to be running for president in 2024.
That's
I
scary.
feel that coming. Nikki Haley is absolutely going to be running for president. Probably Governor Kristi Noem is absolutely going to be running for president. This is not outside of our, this is real. This is not going away.
I feel like Trump, the fact that Trump ran and won and did 4 years, lit that fire under every fucking crazy person. Oh, I can do it. Hey, look at me. I can do it.
And it's not even crazy, Brent. They are making political calculations and moving towards them. That's not crazy.
And
that makes total sense, actually.
Yeah, and he kind of set the model for everybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And they're like, oh shit, man, he got away with all sorts of shit. I can do this.
I mean, and it's not a hard model. It's just deny reality.
Yeah, it's oh man.
Just deny reality. And you're a winner. And if you use your power to further the denial, then you're a hero.
Yeah.
So,
because I don't think anybody knew that was possible before, to just be like, nah, that's fake. That's all fake. Like, no, that's true. We got people. No, it's fake. You're fake news. As somebody else asked me a question.
That shit just worked.
I don't think anybody knew those were options before Trump.
I didn't realize. I mean, I guess I did, but I guess I was just so sad to see that people just needed one dolt to tell them that they should question the news. And instead of them saying, you know what, I should be more critical about the sources I'm reading. Let me make sure that I'm understanding the world outside of my echo chamber, and I'm experiencing multiple.
Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that.
No, it said they
only
were
us skeptics are doing that.
Everyone except for these hand-picked organizations / personalities are lying to me, and most of the people who are telling me the absolute truth are definitely on YouTube and have a Patreon.
Because they got the inside track, man. They know what's actually going on, even though everything outside of that is saying the exact fucking opposite.
Yeah, so it's just, if we're not multiculturalism, what the fuck are we? Because I'm not even going to touch that wokeism thing, because there's no point. Y'all have poisoned the well on that one. There's no point of even touching that one. That's just a bomb in and of itself. I'm just gonna let that one land. Whatever. But this is really
well, and we don't know which one he's talking about, because they use that in the conspiracy thought too. You know, in the Q shit. Oh, they're not woke. You know, and it's like, which one are you talking about, bro? Because we don't know. You literally could be talking about either. But anyway, moving on. Sorry.
I don't know. Their whole universe is being written as we speak. I don't know. And what's great is he's like, he quote tweeted himself. Like, he gave us that whole, you know, we got to be afraid of that. And, you know, our enemies. First of all, our enemies. What enemies? What enemies? You're the Secretary of State. Your whole point is to make fewer enemies for our country. That is what you do.
Right.
That is your job. So what enemies are stoking these divisions? I don't understand. Are you talking about leftists? Are you talking about, like, if you're Secretary of State, our enemies, is it someone abroad doing this? Name names.
Our enemies, and they're just all, he just lets all of his listeners, like, just pick enemies of their own. You know, just like, oh, I think these people are enemies. And those people think those, you know.
It perfectly positions him as a potential, if not outright, alliance to people who believe in Q. Yeah. Because that is a part of it. Like, a part of it is rejecting this idea that we should be caring about anything related to civil rights or people's individual, you know, civil rights that, you know, don't have anything to do with, like, holding guns or, you know.
Right. Now, those civil rights.
Returning elections.
Now, those are actual civil rights here, folks. Like,
exactly. Those are the only ones that matter. But he basically quoted himself, and then there's a picture of him doing his smile, and he says, censorship, wokeness, political correctness, it all points in one direction: authoritarianism cloaked as moral righteousness.
What?
Secretary of State.
Wait, authoritarianism. So they don't like they could have fooled me about that one.
Well, they think that cancel culture and liberals being like, hey, you should just, like, use people pronoun that they ask you to. Like, that'd be like chill of you, because we're all trying to move forward here. Like, just respect people or whatever. And they're just like, that's authoritarianism.
God forbid people have options. You know? It's like they changed the
or
White
just
House.
Don't want to live on this planet like you do at this particular time. Like, it's just so.
It was like the White House, Biden, you know, put in, like, one of the first things they did was just, like, on the website was like, hey, you can put in your pronouns, you know. And they were just like, everybody lost their goddamn mind.
And by everybody,
fascism.
We mean
the
right grifters, you know, the regular ones, Ben Shapiro and the Rubens, and the ones who make their money off of bullshit, basically. Off of stoking fear in something that is utterly just not affecting them whatsoever. No. But anyway, yeah, so get ready for that, because that guy's definitely going to run for president, and it's going to be real bad, because he's going to say a lot of really ignorant things and stoke a lot of really ugly things in this country, and it's not going to be cute, because it seems to me they have full on accepted that, you know, we're just going to be fascists, and we're going to use white supremacy as that tool to garner that power, and that's that.
Yeah.
And that's that.
What? It's like,
and like, Democrats either need to wake up and do something, or we're just going to march forward, because that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, well, it's just like Democrats and like anybody who's not cis, white, straight, Christian nationalists, like y'all better start pretending to be, otherwise
But the problem
you're
is
not.
those folks don't even have the power, right? Like those folks are particularly disenfranchised. So it's like literally we are hoping that our Democratic elected officials, like almost everything rests on electoral politics right now, which is why it is very scary.
Yeah.
Because if we have to rest on the courage of elected officials alone,
And Democrats, mind you, who have been demonstrably not, very courageous.
Yeah.
Throughout the years.
But
the past 4, to be specific.
they're learning, Brent. They're learning.
Are they?
History
Are they?
is just
Are
a
they?
long opportunity to get mistakes corrected over time.
Right.
Might take 1 to 200 years, but people get there eventually.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so yeah, that's fun.
That was beautiful.
Great. It's still coming. The garbage is the funnel of shit has not turned off.
No.
It's still,
Inauguration Day wasn't a magical
showering us.
switch that changes all the
Absolutely
country
not.
to be better.
No. Despite all of its
we just
excitements.
narrowly avoided like the worst form of fascism. Like, you know what I mean? Like we just narrowly avoided narrowly avoided fascism. Like
I mean,
for
honestly,
realsies.
had a few of those judges been like, you know what? Let's roll the dice on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip a coin. Okay, head says
Or-
I do what Trump says, and tails,
I mean, yeah, it's been. I love sitting on the edge of our seats.
Right.
So you had some type of way.
I did. My some type of way is why is trending. I don't understand trending. Why do things just pop up? And then all of a sudden, everybody's doing it. And everybody's posting it. And everybody's singing it. And I'm just like, why?
Do
Why
you
is
feel
this
like
happening?
an old on the internet?
I feel like I am. Yes. I'm feeling way fucking older than I'm supposed to feel.
You got to get TikTok. That'll probably get you down 10 years right quick.
No.
You
Not doing
refuse?
it. No. Not doing it. That's some weird fucking 12-year-old girl
I
shit.
really do. Wait, I feel like that was some shade against 12-year-old girls.
Yeah, fuck 12-year-old girl. I'm just kidding. No, no, that's all that's on TikTok. What are you talking about?
I mean, obviously that's not true.
Well,
I don't even know if
not
we
anymore,
can be
apparently.
on
but
the
that's
internet
like
with
them.
12-year-olds. Can we be on the internet with 12-year-olds?
Yes, that's how it started, man. That's why I was like, this is fucking weird. Like, I don't know. And my, people at work and stuff were like, hey, have you seen this TikTok? And it's like some young girl singing a song or, doing some weird rap thing or something. But like,
I feel like you need to really look deep into your issues with TikTok. And
yeah, that's not for
work
me.
through that
Nope.
because I don't know. Some of the stuff it's bringing up doesn't seem healthy. Doesn't seem healthy.
But so there's two things. There's two things that have come out recently that have just made me be like, what the fuck is going on? How fucking bored are we? Like, Jesus Christ. First of all, there's sea shanties, and everybody's saying sea shanties,
I don't know
and
where
really
that came
it's
from.
just one. Forget the plurality of it. I don't know why we keep doing that. It's one. It's a sea shanty.
Can I be honest, though? To be fair, apparently sea shanties were having a moment before they became a big thing on TikTok.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, because apparently people have been listening to sea shanties a lot on Spotify in the past year as well. And so that's how it became a thing on TikTok, is like people were doing their end of the year, like where Spotify tells you what you've been listening to. And like so many people were getting sea shanties in like their top whatever. I don't know.
Pops up.
I don't know.
Like, oh, I listen to like 7 songs of
it's
Beyonce and fucking, Shakira and
You need to listen to
and then all of a
Reply
sudden
All.
a sea shanty popped in there and I was like, dude, that shit fucks hard. Like, man, we gotta.
Seriously, I
Yeah,
bet
I'm
there's going to be a
thumbs
Reply
up
All
on that
episode
one.
on it. There's going to be a Reply All episode on it. I know there is. Reply All. It's a great podcast if you all haven't heard of it. It's I don't even know what it's on anymore. It's one of the big networks though, because it's a huge show.
Right.
But it's Reply All, and they like dig deep into stuff that happens on the internet, explain it from beginning to end. It's thrilling. It's thrilling. Love it. Some of the best like podcast listening that in existence on that show.
Right. Yeah. I actually haven't listened to that one yet. I actually finally took your advice and listened to Behind the Bastards. I do like that one.
That is a very good show.
Another big show.
That's the one I have to cycle around because you can get very morose listening to that one for too many episodes.
Well, it's better than the last podcast on the left. You get really morose on that one.
Well, that is actually...
Everybody's awful and everybody wants to kill me.
But it's like last podcast on the left is definitely disturbing, but you're only listening to one person do something that usually isn't terrible for like a whole group of people. But like Behind the Bastards is like, this is how this person ruined this entire country and killed thousands of people.
Fair enough.
Like, that does not sit right.
Yeah, it's like this person without any power went around and killed other people with even less power.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this person with a whole lot of power led to the people, all these people dying.
These awful things.
That were just average people. Yeah, that's pretty, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I feel
so
it.
apparently, but you're right, though. Sea shanties are absolutely having their moment right now.
Right, and it's funny because, like, and I'm sure you all know, like, I am a punker, so I love, like punk rock and stuff. And it's funny because it reminds me of so much of the Irish kind of punk and the, the Scottish punk bands. Like, you got the Real Mackenzies, are a Scottish band that I love, and the Dropkick Murphys, another band. And it just sounds so similar. Flogging Molly, and it's funny because, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah, and
they come from, I would imagine that it's coming from the same place.
Yeah. And that really has nothing to do with anything except that I feel like we were doing it first. And I was listening to this shit forever ago. But we just didn't call them sea shanties. They were just Irish
but the question, do you
songs.
like the sea shanties or not?
I do. Well, the one I actually do like, the weathermen come, the weathermen. That's I do like it. Like, it's not bad. It's just weird that everybody's all of a sudden being like, yeah, this is awesome. Like,
yeah.
The
internet can definitely make a moment.
Like, I kind of wonder if, like, Flogging Molly and them have, like, gotten more likes since this thing, more subscribers since this whole thing has started. You know what I mean? Because they're like, hey, I'm kind of on to this now. Like, oh, look, they have, like, full songs about this shit that aren't just, like, a minute and a half long, But, so that was weird. And then the other one, and I've seen people getting very annoyed by this one already because it has like basically engulfed your entire if you're on like the Twitter and stuff, like it is like every other picture. You already know what it is, and it's Bernie, really cold, just sort of sitting there, crossing his mittens, just hanging out. And, and now he's literally in every picture that's ever existed of all time, anytime, anywhere, at all, ever.
I am still in love with that moment because I just feel like Bernie was just channeling so much of our spirits that day of like,
right.
Let's just make sure this shit just goes through.
Yeah.
Let's make this shit go through. I don't really... Like, the pageantry and the pomp of circumstances are great, but can we just get the hand on the Bible and do this shit and get it done? Make it work so we can get these bills passed. We got work to do. That's what it felt like. Like, it felt like Bernie was just like, this is the one part of my job.
This is not horrible. But it's not the best. And I'm just
let me go
sitting.
show up because that's a part of my job. And if I don't show up, it's going to be perceived wrong, and I have a responsibility here, so I'm going to do this, but I really don't hope that they hope that I'm finna sit and do all this small talk, chit-chat. First of all, stay away from me 6 feet.
Yeah.
Period.
I love, too, that, like, all the people that are posting these, they always start, like, their little, what they say about the picture and stuff. They're like, I am once again asking you to... And then whatever, it's whatever the picture resembles. It just doesn't matter, but it's
stays
really
on brand.
funny. Yeah,
He
I
has
love that.
very good message discipline.
He does.
Very good.
Because I can't tell you anybody that hasn't come across that fucking video of him being like, I am once again asking you for money.
So,
Because...
but people are tired of it in your timeline already?
Yeah, Thomas Smith is over it, dude. He is not he's not feeling it. He's just like, everyone that comes, he's just like, God damn it. You see him just, it's really funny, actually. I'm like, really, dude? It's been like 4 days. What? Right? You okay?
It has a life of its own.
Because I feel, it's like, because I'm not online very much, but he's probably, that's part of his job. It's like just cycling through Twitter all day, you know what I mean? So like, I'm not on there that much, so it's delightful to me. But, someone that's their job, I could see it getting fucking really goddamn irritating after a bit. We were just like, no, I actually need to get to actual posts about actual things. And this is
that could be
all
said for any meme. But I guess we all get to our point. I was definitely at a point where I was like, I can't watch the woman and the cat memes anymore. I was
But that one wasn't
done.
that fat. That took some time to like get rolling. And then even then it was still interspersed quite a bit, don't you think?
I don't know. I feel like we had a moment. I feel like there was definitely a time period where I had a coworker or two coming in every day wanting to show me those damn memes, and I was just finally like, these are no longer funny. I
never
don't
got
want to be a
it.
part of it anymore.
I never got
Please relieve me.
Because I feel like I missed what the original thing was playing off of, and so the whole thing was just kind of fucked for me. I didn't understand it ever.
I have learned that when it comes to the internet, you need to be grateful when you get it and enjoy it. Have yourself a kiki and move on. And when you don't get it, either invest the time to get it or say, that's just not my part of the internet, and move the fuck on.
They need to do somebody needs to make like an IDon'tGetIt.com for all like the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's like all the memes.
Some Gen Xer needs to get that done. I'm sure BuzzFeed has plenty of or Vox has plenty of explainers. I don't know.
In
Somebody's
case you
got
didn't
something.
get it.com.
Yes. Oh my God. Youth, help us understand the internet. We don't get it.
But yeah, that was my some type boy. Just those
Brent's
two memes.
I want to understand the virality before it gets viral.
But there is none. There is no way to understand it.
I think Bernie, we understood. I understood Bernie 100%. When I saw that picture, I was like, oh, that's my entire mood about this entire inauguration.
I feel you, bro.
That's how I feel
you.
right there. Like, let's just do this and get this done because we got fucking work to do. I'm not into the pomp and circumstance this year because we can't even play like the pomp and circumstance. And it's so funny because it's like the pomp and circumstance was so important this time around.
Yeah.
Because we do need to remember that, like, this is ours and there's majesty and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I know it's shit and it's been shit, but we can try to make it somewhat better.
Yeah.
But, it is just kind of like, this is not a normal time. Like, COVID is still out here in these streets. Right. We're all just very anxious. And I think...
Yeah. I just walk around the house now. I just walk around. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm not watching TV. I'm just walking. Go into each room. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the room. And then go to the next one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
still there. Yeah. Yep.
But it's been refreshing to see that, like, okay, they're taking something seriously and we're moving forward. But anyway, that was a cute some type of way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Trying to do different ones. I feel like I keep doing the same shit over and over again.
I know. We might need to start thinking of doing the show differently.
I was this close to making the weird Florida thing my some type of way. I didn't know, just to be like different.
Where it's like literally nothing bothers me, so it's really hard coming up with these things.
I really, I'm positioned in a way that nothing,
Thanks for
nothing
making me
gets to
out
me.
to be the sensitive bitch.
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before being you. Okay.
Woo! Sick burn. So, you ready for some good news?
Yeah.
All right. So, some good news. Virginia is like the little state that could, because ever since they became a unified democratic state, they have gotten a lot of stuff done, or at least they're trying to anyway. So, for the first time in 100 years, Virginia will not be celebrating a holiday that commemorates Confederate generals.
What? Wait, what?
That's the good news.
Was Virginia ever a southern state?
Absolutely. Virginia is very much a southern state. What are you talking about?
I don't know my southern states, man. That's way the fuck up there. That's pretty high.
It's the mid-Atlantic. It's right before the mid-Atlantic.
All right.
Anyway, the real shade of it all is that they always celebrated this Confederate Generals Day the weekend before MLK Day.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Happy belated MLK Day, y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
What the fuck?
this is the first time in 100 years that they are not celebrating a bunch of treasonous.
That's so weird.
That's that
Why
word.
would you do that? That's like Germany celebrating Nazi Day. That doesn't
Listen.
make any fucking sense.
We have to. Virginia was like, listen, you can have your MLK Day, but what we're not going to do is make you think that that makes you somehow high and mighty. We're going to remind you right before you have your day that actually this is our state. And we're going to do that by reminding you that this is a Confederate state. So, I know. Some of the things and people are like, just leave the monuments. It's history. It's like, yeah, but it's kind of like a history trying to tell you something, which is like, we're white supremacists and we will always control this shit.
Right. No, what's amazing to me is like, their argument was like, if you tear these statues down, we're never going to remember the history. You know what I mean? And at the same time, they're doing whatever they can to get rid of the 1619 Project and then replace with the patriotic American history. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's literally getting you to forget our history on purpose. You know what I mean?
I know.
Just because some of the parts are unsavory doesn't mean that like you don't.
Unsavory.
It's unsavory.
I love it.
It's just it's unsavory.
It
doesn't taste
unseemly.
as good as chocolate.
We don't discuss these things because they're unsavory.
They're unsavory. They don't taste great.
Yeah. Well, that is good news. I wasn't going to
But
go
it
into the
still
bad
was.
stuff. See what you did there?
I'm sorry. I'm used to being on the show that we're on.
Like Virginia's, I mean, they have some serious state delegates that are about that life, and it's great to see. And
But that is good. That's definitely a step forward.
That is an absolute step forward. Like, just don't. I mean, a holiday.
Holiday, and they celebrate that shit too. They were like,
There are parades, picnics.
Make sure to show up in your Southern pride get up, okay?
Reenactments,
Jesus.
a whole thing. It's like a whole thing. Like, can you just join like a bowling league? Stop it. This is ridiculous.
Right, dude?
So anyway, that was some good news. Let's go ahead and wrap up. Patrons, you will have a We Be Nerdin' segment too, Nashawn. We're going to be talking about what worked for us with Wonder Woman and what absolutely did not. And talking about...
The did not is that dominates. I'm just saying. Just want to throw that out there.
Shade. Oh my goodness. We're also going to talk about the movies that are coming up soon, as well as shoot you some recommendations across these channels, because we be looking for y'all. We're looking out for you. We know you need those movies.
Yeah.
You need those movies, those TV shows.
Yeah.
We're here for you.
We're looking out for you, man. Like, we're here for you, bro.
Brent, where can they reach us?
They can reach us at unapologetics666@gmail.com. I do want to throw out real quick, I am going to be doing an interview with No Illusions next weekend. And so if you do have any suggestions for the thinking cap, please DM me before Saturday. So, because that's when it's going to happen.
You're going to put it out on the secret Facebook group.
I already did. And I got a bunch, too. It's great. I already got a bunch. Yeah, so the hat's already full. But if you want, and I just grab them out of there randomly. So, but DM me if you want to have, your suggestion in the hat. No, we'll have to talk about whatever you put in there. So it'll be.
It's like he's contractually obligated to answer whatever question I pull out of this hat.
Don't do anything stupid. Come on, man.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah. So that's going to be really cool. Any other announcements?
I don't think so. I don't think we have any.
Yeah.
That's it for
Funnily
now.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
What do we say to the haters, discriminators, and masturbator shamers? Fuck off.